There's a great deal of contrast in it, and currently it's upside down on our monitor, but we can make it a fair amount of detail.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Cruz, and this is vlog number 2. So I am here in my studio preparing for something that I haven't done in a while, and that is to play a live event. If you follow my channel, then you know that I am a worship guitarist. Whether you're a churchgoer or not, summertime is very busy for gigging. It's also vacation season. Usually in the summer, I'll get a phone call, maybe 2, maybe 3, from friends or churches saying, hey, we've got nobody, can you help me out? Now this time, it's my home church, so I gotta say yes. I'm taking you on this journey with me. Come help me pack up my stuff that I haven't packed up in a really long time and go worship with some friends. So I just finished packing up my pedal board. I packed all my cables, power. That's pretty much it on the pedal end of things. I'm bringing my good old Altoids case here, which holds my in-ears and my G7 capo. This week, because there's so many vacations happening, they're bringing in a team that doesn't normally play together and a worship leader who doesn't normally lead this team. We've been told to be very open for the possibilities of changing keys, songs, all that stuff. So I'm gonna bring everything I need to bring to make sure that I can keep up. This is the SKB case. It is composite, so it actually feels and protects your guitar somewhat like a hard shell, but as you can see, it looks like a gig bag. In fact, it kind of looks like a keyboard case, most people tell me. It's got book bag straps on it, so it functions like a gig bag, but protects your guitar like a hard shell case, which is really cool. This is the one I'm bringing. In my last video that I just uploaded, I actually answered the question why I choose Telecasters over other guitars to play live. I just love their mid-range frequency. It just helps me cut through the mix a little bit better, lets me hear myself, so that's why I've chosen this one. I'm using Gravity picks, and this is an ESO strap. Very, very comfortable, and it looks kind of cool too, so let's pack it up. If I'm feeling really lazy, I tend to bring my smallest amp, a Fender Blues Jr. It's a fantastic amp, don't get me wrong. It's only 15 watts, but it's the loudest 15 watts I've ever played. Recently, I've been desiring a more bigger tone. I prefer to go stereo, it's just something I like, but sonically going stereo sometimes isn't a very good idea, especially if you're playing with a lot of other musicians or other guitarists. When you go stereo, you take up a lot of sonic space, even recording with stereo. And so you want to be careful that you're not too wide sounding and taking up the room of other instruments. I don't want to carry 2 amps, so I usually go mono when I go out live. I'm gonna choose 1 amp, and that today is gonna be this Fender Deluxe Reverb. It's 22 watts, I believe, so it's got a little more body. However, it's not as big as other amps that I might have. This is still a 1x12, so it's a little easier to travel with. It's warm while still retaining that Fender top end, and it cuts through a mix really well. So I like this amp. I'm gonna use this one today. One last thing, and you can consider this an accessory or not. This may be overkill for some people, but for me, I find that it works so much better if I'm prepared with this kind of stuff. I am gonna be bringing my SM57. Also, again, a mid-range style mic. Helps you to cut through a mix. A little bit of a trick here. Put your name on it, because these tend to disappear on you. Especially if you're doing an event, someone could easily walk away with your SM57 completely by mistake. I'm also gonna bring my own stand. There's nothing worse than someone thinking they could just dangle an SM57 over your amp and think, yeah, that's cool. It's not. So here we go, packed up, ready to go. This has by far always been the hardest part for me. Like actually loading up, taking this gear and taking it out and sweating, loading up. My back hurts. Everything hurts right now. I don't miss this part of gigging. So I'm in a pretty interesting position right now. I have not played out in a really long time. I'm challenging myself and my own faith because I haven't played in a while to really focus on God and make this purely about ministry and about just going up there and worshiping from a different position. That's all it is. It's instead of worshiping from my seat in the congregation, I'm going to do it from behind my instrument.
And we're getting a picture on the TV. Yeah, a good picture. There's a great deal of contrast in it. And
Just left the rehearsal, exactly how I thought it would be. I'm looking forward to what happens and just experiencing God in a different way this weekend. You know, in a new way, a fresh way. Rehearsal's done. Let's see what happens next.
We're going to the movie! We just saw Incredibles 2. It was amazing.
Hanging at the mall with the family.
What's that on the pizza? Pepperoni? What about the green stuff? Green peppers.
It is Sunday morning, time to head to church.
I had a vivid picture as I was praying this morning of grace. And the picture I got of grace was that grace literally eats up our weaknesses. It literally eats our weakness and our inability. So there's this transference, and grace says, okay, now give me your weakness, right? The grace of God says, give me your weakness and I'll make this easy for you.
Just left the service. It went relatively smooth despite all the anxiety and stuff that I personally had. It felt good. It sounded good in my in-ears. It felt like that tone was right. I finally felt like I clicked with my pedal board and my different levels. Using this pedal board for the first time out live was an experience for me. And so getting those levels right was important to me, and it felt just right at this service. I want to thank my friends and family at the Sanctuary Fellowship. It was great. Hey guys!
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for hanging with us. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.